no roads, and you didn't. It was really old school sort of thing, and then all of a sudden there was McDonald's and franchises, and said it were very different.
All these
Yeah,
architecture, like the pyramids and all, all these architecture, like the temples, pyramids, they're not what we think they are. You know what I mean? They are not just worship places. There's more to them. Like they were used to, I think, collect energy or something from the ether. That's exactly what they were doing back then. Now, a lot of it, now they are just pieces of architecture lying around, like antique stuff. That is exactly what has happened.
Yeah, I
Back
don't know what
then,
they thought, dude. So
the pyramids in Giza are on the ecliptic. So it's these places are on the ecliptic, or were, but definitely Giza is on the ecliptic. So I reckon
yeah,
one obvious reason is a crossing, probably between it and the moon.
yeah, the sun as well. So they were built in such a manner to to channel some energy from the sun, from the dome, you know what I mean, and spread it across the earth or something like that. That is exactly what their main purpose was, and that is the reason why people went there for meditation, prayer, and whatever. That is exactly what it was. So now it's just
If we can retrieve solar energy from the sun, and we can retrieve 1/350th the energy with the moon, I think it's 1/250 or something like that. So maybe when the
no,
two of them are in conjunction at the right place, you can get a massive amount of energy. Charge your batteries up, and then you sell the battery power off to your people and make money off it.
does moon have energy? Sun does have energy, I know, but I don't think moon has energy. And moon is, I think, I don't know what it is. It's not an energetic kind of luminary. It's something else.
It might be an amplifier. So when the sun is near the moon will amplify it like a speaker.
Mm.
You guys ever heard of hot anode, cold cathode? Probably about 100 videos on YouTube. You guys should check that out. That's how I perceive it.
All right, but I don't know about the moon because moon and sun's energy or whatever they release is actually opposite of each other. I think they're not the same. They are kind of different. So if the moon, wait a second. Yeah, listen, what I mean by that is that moon's energy, or I don't know what it is. That's the thing. Plasma energy, I guess that's what it is. But then what is the sun? Because sun's energy is actually useful in a lot of ways. Moon's is not the same. The light that they actually release is opposite, kind of opposite, because moon's light is actually kind of septic, cool. It's a weird kind of light. Sun's light is obviously hot, warm. It's burning light at times when there's summer, so that's what it is.
I just kind of look at it like a circuit, and the one's an output and the other one's an input.
Mm.
Yeah, but if like the moon absorbed heat, it sucked the heat. It takes the heat away. It doesn't send cold. It absorbs the heat and gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and then exchanges in a lightning bolt.
Really?
Just imagine something that absorbs heat. It's like concrete and steel are cold to touch. So certain things are a lot colder than other things, so they will absorb the heat a hell of a lot more.
Maybe. Cannot tell.
Like sticking something extremely cold in a hot room and waiting to see how long it takes for that room to go down in temperature.
But then how does it absorb heat? Like it's not a physical thing, right? It's kind of a plasma phenomena, right? Some sort of plasma phenomena or something. So how does it absorb heat like that?
Well, you can take heat energy and you can turn it into chemical energy or kinetic energy or potential energy. Can't you?
Yeah, but for that to happen, I mean, it must be a solid object. It's not a solid object floating in the sky, right? Or is it? I don't think it is. It's kind of
Well,
a different kind of.
I saw a headline about water batteries. You know, we're moving into water batteries with sodium and hydrogen. Got a new thing with carbon dioxide now, where they, you know, this is the new technology. They're surpassing lithium. You know, silicone, selenium. Selenium is the new silicone. Which selenium in the moon and the menstrual cycle of women, weed, all selenium.
Can you define that term, selenium?
It's a mineral or close to. It's really interesting. And actually, it goes along the lines of silicium, because silicon used to be called silicium. So you have silicium and whatever I just said, selenium. So
Oh,
selenium and silicium.
so basically just silicicide, essentially, is what you're saying.
Sound rings bells to me.
But still, how does that still, it's still dubious as to how does moon actually absorb heat and remain like whatever it is, that luminary that it is. It's
But
kind of still.
like I said, Tyler, you got to check out the phenomena of the hot anode, cold cathode. There's probably like 100 videos on YouTube that shows
Yeah,
it.
but I
You can
get
look
it.
it up.
Hot anode. Yeah, but Dice I get it. Hot anode and cold cathode. As a student, I've studied that, but we don't see anything, do we? Like it's just those rods that we see. It's not a phenomena that. So what is happening? Like how is it projecting itself like that? Like we can see at times we can see the dark side of it, right? Behind it, we can see the stars or whatever. So, so what is it like? I mean, do you know? Like that is what I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, like I said the other day, the only way you can see anything is through illumination, which is the byproduct of light, which requires a medium or an object to interact with it. So, if we follow that narrative, then by all definition, if the sun is visible, then it's A, either visible within a medium, or B, you're only seeing the apparent sun due to the nature of how light and illumination works in conjunction with the human eye and optic.
So it's our senses that is limited. Like it's because our senses are limited. Is that what you're trying to say? Like we are not able to perceive what is going on just because we have a kind of limited perception and we already are engineered. I mean, socially by all these fake theories. Is that what you're trying to say? Because
Kinda, yeah.
so it must be because on Earth, so you are basically saying that whatever is going up there must be some similar stuff must be happening down on Earth as well, but we are not able to perceive it or yeah, experience it because of some weird reason, because of the way we have evolved throughout history. Is that what you're trying to say?
You can't see forever, bro.
What?
I wouldn't go as far as saying evolved, but this is the way the creator intended us by design, to have some sort of limitations.
So animals, do you know that animals see differently than us, right? I mean, they don't see the same thing, so they have X-ray vision and all that. So do they see it? I don't know, maybe they do. Like these phenomena.
I don't know if they've got X-ray vision. I know like some of them use infrared, like snakes have like a pit gland. So,
Exactly.
But
your eyeball has a certain angular size, so you can only see so far based on that angular size.
And I've also heard that snakes could actually kind of detect earthquakes and everything weeks before it actually happens. So how does that happen? Like there must be something they kind of know for some so they're getting signals from somewhere. So this phenomena of earthquake is not the not what we are being told, obviously, because Earth is not a a spinning ball or anything, as we know. So
Well,
there
a
must be.
lot of animals use the magnetic field inadvertently, and this is how they kind of guide and direct themselves. So could be something. There could be something with that as far as like how they're having a precursor to a situation like an earthquake or a tidal wave. It could be revolving around some sort of a magnetic disturbance or a solar inductive disturbance.
Yeah, because Dr. Rupert Sheldrake talks about this in his books, but he basically calls it a phenomenon called morphic resonance. It's the resonance in nature or something like that. That is the reason why. But then, I mean, it could not be in isolation, right? These phenomena could not happen. I mean, all these things could not happen in isolation as a particular phenomena. There must be something that is holistically, connected as a one
Right.
phenomena. That's why.
Well, what's the one thing that's connected to all phenomena? That would be magnetism. So if
Yeah.
animals have some sort of a capability to detect the magnetic field and any disturbance within that field, then they're going to have a telltale indicator.
But magnetism itself doesn't exist, does it? Like, it's electromagnetism all the time, isn't it?
No, that's not true.
So it exists without electricity? I mean, is that what you're trying to say? Without any electrical impulse or anything like that?
I mean,
Hello?
it depends on what you're calling electricity.
So what is the source of magnetism then? Like, where does it come from? It should come from somewhere.
Comes from a moving charge.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. So moving charge means it should be electrical in some way. Like it could not be. Don't tell me that it is because of gravity. Because come on now, that whole nonsense. I don't want to hear it again. Hello, is he there? Wait a minute. Yeah, he's on. I'm not able to hear him. Why? What happened?
If your car battery dies and it discharges overnight due to a bad earth or something like that, where did the energy go? Because the car's on full rubber wheels, so it didn't discharge to the ground. So where does all our waste energy go?
Where does it go? Like, nobody knows where does it go, and that is the reason why. Like, the question remains.
Therefore, if it goes up to something that attracts electricity, then you're going to get yourself a charge above us. You know, the positive to the negative, to voltage 1 to voltage 2.
So is that like what? So that's what creates magnetism? Is that what you're trying to say?
Assholes.